Tanner Holmes joins us right now, and man, you tried to run the soup there. I think you had, 3 mains? Got through 3, but you're on your 4th. Man, you had a really good Saturday run there. After a tough prelim night, right?
Yeah, that's just Chili Bowl. It's only my second year doing this, second midget race. Don't have a lot of laps, but still expect a lot, especially being in a good car. And, I drive outlaw karts, and they're similar, but for me, it's just all about getting in a rhythm. And honestly, on my prelim night, I was just in such hard spots. I drew a high pill, so I was in the back of the heat, and then made a couple of mistakes, but, passed cars. But, just how things fell, we just were kind of always a little behind. But like I said, that's just kind of how it goes. And then, probably was going to sneak into the feature. I think through the B on our prelim, no problem, was going to be sitting okay. And I think we could have had a top 10 car, you never know. But had a mechanical failure, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in a J main. So that was our Chili Bowl, but made a little bit of noise today. With kind of the same we were talking about. Got through a couple mains, and nothing crazy, nothing spectacular, I would say, but at least got through a couple and got some more laps and passed some cars and felt like a midget racer. Let's just say that. So that made me happy. Definitely just. It sucks. I wish I could go start my week over again with where I'm at now. Heck, I feel like I could run really well on my prelim night.
And you, you looked really good out there today. You were passing cars. You were making a lot of headway really fast. And in that main there, we were talking, it's 5 laps shorter, but they only take 5, and you got to 6th. And I think if you would have had a caution, like a little, maybe a lap earlier, or maybe you could have, I don't know, maybe you done something, made one move different. But, it's hard to second guess here. You've got 365 cars, and you got guys that have good equipment that were in lower mains than you.
Definitely, yeah. And it's hard. I can analyze. I pointed out a couple mistakes I made that could have changed maybe my outcome, but at the same time, things also have to go your way. I never had it. I didn't gain any spots by any big crashes or even a lot of yellows or anything. So we legitimately passed just about every car that we did. So for me, it was finally getting in a rhythm. Just getting in a rhythm. I'm big on that. It took me. I looked terrible in my J main, but then come the I main, I just felt like a race car driver. So sometimes it's just getting some of those bad laps out of the way, and not having a lot of experience in these cars. It just takes that. So overall, can't complain about nothing. Cars in one piece. I ended up upside down on my prelim of no fault of anyone. The failure we had, and so the car was on all fours today. That was good, and I just wish we could have got one more. I think if we could have got one more, then like you said, we could have maybe gotten. You're on that last stretch heading towards opening ceremonies, where if you can get rolling and get things, the track's still kind of wide. But overall, what do you do? It's Chili Bowl, and we'll be back next year.
Okay, now let's look forward then. It looks like you guys are buying everything new, and you're going to have the 18T out, and you're going to run where?
We're still working on that, but we're going to be all across the country is the plan. So I'm hoping to get down south to start the year a little bit. Maybe towards Texas, Oklahoma. The Outlaws get kicking good after Florida. I think we're going to try to pick up with them in high limit at some point, and then probably end up back home for a little bit. But
that August swing's looking pretty good with those $100,000 races in there.
Man, you add up a couple of those, and it's just hard, for us. We have Dirt Cup and stuff still in our backyard. Some of those KWS shows. I know a lot of guys from Midwest don't realize how stacked some of that is, and for us, that's worth it. So, as much as I want to be on a tour and full time, and I just came off a great opportunity, we're still building our team up, and I think it's important for us to not over accelerate, and maybe just, like I said, build our way up and really win some races and. Just keep adding to our books. So overall, nothing to complain about. The 18T is going to be great this year. We got some good partners, and I've had more help this year than I've ever had. So like I said, I'm super thankful, very lucky, and just wanted to make the most of the opportunity. So as much as I just came off a World of Outlaw deal, I don't feel any different. I'm in a great car with great engines and great support, and it is tough because it's all your own stuff and a family deal. But like I said, you just push forward, and we're just another car every other night that can be there and win races. So it doesn't matter if it's World of Outlaws, high limit. I think if we can get rolling, we'll be just as competitive as anyone.
And people also don't realize Dirt Cup, like I talked to Corey Day, and Corey Day's coming back to run Dirt Cup, and he's got high limit, and I think I was like, is that breaking news? And he's like, I think that is. So we kind of broke that earlier a few days ago that Corey Day's coming back to run Dirt Cup, and he didn't win that race last year after winning 5 of 7 that week. So people back around the country, if Corey Day's coming back to run Dirt Cup's just not something, an also ran event.
I feel like
Hopefully we can see you up at Dirt Cup.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people kind of don't realize the magnitude of it. I feel like just because the West Coast, some of those races kind of get hidden. They do a good job promoting it, but it's still like, people don't. And that's good. We need as many stout guys there as possible. I do think it's cool that it's not like a sanctioned event. I think it's cool that it's kind of more of a big deal for a guy like Justin Sanders winning it last year. And you know what? It's great that Corey's going to come back for that. And I know we're going to have a bunch of other heavy hitters. And for me, I want to win that race more than anything. And, I want to beat those guys. So it's, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter circumstance, doesn't matter who's going to be there. We're there to beat everyone. And that's what you got to do, because we got to try to be the best. So we were right there last year. We were good every night, and I think we'll have another solid shot. Skagit's, I shouldn't say Skagit's been completely good to us, but it's been semi-good to us, and we've always got around there all right.
And Red Bluff here while you have nothing else to do?
Probably a little bit, yeah. We're still kind of bouncing around. There's a big outlaw kart race for $10,000 to win that we're definitely not going to skip, because it's $10,000 to win coming up in a couple weeks. But just really working in the shop, focused on that. I'm really focused on our sprint car stuff. It's all going to be here before we know it, but we still got a little bit of time. I just unfortunately got behind because I wasn't able to get some parts and cars, and basically after Chili Bowl, it's wide open to sprint car season. So we got work to do, and right now we don't have a lot of help. It's you're looking at the help, Carly and I. So Carly's the best person I got on my side, and between her and I, we're going to get some cars built, and we're going to go try to win some races.
Good luck.
Thank you.
We'll follow along on YouTube, right?
Absolutely. You'll catch a couple episodes a week over on Tanner Holmes' YouTube channel, and hopefully a lot of Victory Lane videos coming up soon.
Thanks for being part of the Caleb Hart fan club.
Yes. We love Caleb. He's good.
All right. This is Sean, and you're in the dirt.